Samantha was driving home from a meeting that evening about 5. Stuck in traffic on Colorado Boulevard, and the car started to choke and sputter and die. She barely managed to coast, cursing into the gas station. Glad only that she would not be blocking traffic and would have a somewhat warm spot to wait for the tow truck. Before she could make the call, she saw a woman walking out of the Quickie Mart building, and it looked like she slipped on some ice and fell into the gas pump. So she got out to see if she was okay. When she got there, it looked more like she had been overcome by sobs than that she had fallen. She was a young woman who looked really haggard with dark circles under her eyes. She dropped something as Samantha helped her up, and she picked it up to give it to her. It was a nickel. At that moment, everything came into the focus for her. The crying woman, the ancient Suburban, crammed full of staff with 3 kids in the back, 1 in a car seat, and the gas pump reading 4.95 cents. Samantha asked if she was okay and if she needed help, and she just kept saying, "I don't want my kids to see me crying." So they stood on the other side of the pump from her car. She said she was driving to California, and that things were very hard for her right now. So Samantha asked, "And you were praying?" That made her back away from me a little, but she assured her that she was not a crazy person and said, "He heard you, and he sent you." She took out her card and swept it through the card reader and the pump, so she could fill up her car completely, and while it was filling, walked to the next door McDonald's and bought 2 Big Macs of food, some gift certificates for more, and a big cup of coffee. She gave the food to the kids in the car. We attacked it like wolves, and they stood by the pump eating fries and talking a little. She told her name, and that she lived in Kansas City. Her boyfriend left 2 months ago, and he had not been able to make ends meet. She knew she wouldn't have money to pay rent. Jan finally, in desperation, had called her parents, with whom she had not spoken in about 5 years. They lived in California, and said she could come live with them and try to get on her feet there. So she packed up everything she owned in the car. She told the kids they were going to California for Christmas, but not that they were going to live there. Samantha gave her her own gloves, a little hug, and said a quick prayer with her for safety on the road. As Samantha was walking over to his car, she said, "So, are you like an angel or something?" This definitely made her cry. She said, "Sweetie, this time of year angels are really busy, so sometimes God uses regular people." It was so incredible to be part of someone else's miracle, and of course, you guessed it. When she got into her car, it started right away and got her home with no problem. She'll put it in the shop tomorrow to check, but she suspects the mechanic won't find anything wrong. That was for today's story. Please leave a like, and if you wanted to hear more stories, please subscribe to Storytime channel.